Alrighty, what's going on, guys? Today I'm going to be giving you my somewhat quick review of Fortnite Chapter 4 Season 3 Wilds. Now, I've done a few of these videos before. When I say a few, I mean like 10. So I'm not going to go over all the ways these videos work and stuff. I'm going to try to sort of speed this up a bit because I only got a couple days to upload this, and I don't really care about this season enough to put a lot of thought and effort into it. Because honestly, as you can tell from the title, I don't really like the season, and I'm going to be going into why I don't think it's that good, hopefully in a bit more quick manner than in the past. Actually, I will give a little bit of a preface because I played Fortnite for the last year, pretty much every single day of my life. I think the longest break I took was a week. But in the past month, I've played Fortnite easily less than 10 times. Because honestly, all I was playing this season was creative because pubs was not very fun, and that got really repetitive. So yeah, my skill at the game has certainly decreased a lot, especially in pubs, because I don't find it very fun, so I haven't been playing it. So this is going to be the perspective of someone who played a ton of pubs at the beginning of the season. I mean, I streamed it and everything. Like, I was having a bunch of fun when the season first began. But after that first week, man, it really fell off. So I'm gonna be sort of giving you my review as someone who not really quit, but just is playing the game a lot less now because I think this season is so unfun. As is tradition, I'll first be reviewing the Battle Pass. So the first skin in the Battle Pass is, I don't even remember her name, Era, I think is her name. I like the skin at first, but now I think the clothes are too chunky. I give her like a 5 out of 10. Next up is Trace. This guy looks like a mix between Juice WRLD, Trippie Redd, and Roddy Ricch. I love this skin to death. I think the first style is kind of simple, but it still looks super clean. And then you get that like UK drill coat on him, and it looks so nice. I love the sort of powers he has. Overall, I give this skin an 8 out of 10, honestly. It's simple, but it's really good. And then we have, what was her name? Ryan, I think. Honestly, this is another really clean skin. I think her theme is really cool because I'm into guitar. I play guitar and stuff, and I like metals. So I like her rocker theme. I just think her like lip piercings and stuff are kind of weird, and she's a little bit plain. I'm gonna give this skin a 6.5 out of 10. And then we got Relic. Like, I ain't gonna lie, this guy should have been tier 100, honestly. Like, I don't think he's the best skin in the Battle Pass, but just the way that he looks with all the sick gear and stuff he has on and the different styles definitely gives me like tier 100 vibes. They could have amped him up a little bit, made him tier 100. I don't really like his colors at the start, and without the mask, he looks kind of goofy. But once you get into like the blue style and the green style, oh, he looks so cool. Honestly, they should have put this skin way higher up instead of what they did at tier 100, which we'll get into later. I give Relic a 7 out of 10 because he is a little bit bland. He's a little bit bland, but he still looks really cool. Next, we got the Dynamo skin. I really like when they take previous skins and they remake them. Like, they don't do it 7 million times. They just do it like once or twice. And I think this one came off decently. I haven't worn it yet, but I think it's better than some of the other ones. However, the skin itself, I like the idea, but the skin itself is kind of bland and a little bit too similar to the original for me. So I'm going to go ahead and give this one a 6 out of 10. And then we got Lorenzo. Now, his first style, I mean, he already looks like the Riz Master. Like, I ain't gay or anything, but that is a hot man. And I ain't gonna lie, like, it's boring, it's plain, but that face makes up for it. But then you get into his coated style. Oh my gosh, bro is actually like, got me feeling some kind of way. And I'm a freaking straight white Christian conservative male. Absolutely amazing. I really, really like the coated style. I give it a 7.5 out of 10. And then we get to tier 100. This is where things fall off, because they put freaking Optimus Prime at tier 100. What does this have to do with the jungle? I don't know. That's the thing about this Battle Pass, is that not a lot of stuff has to do with the jungle, which is kind of lame, but I guess there are like explorers, which kind of makes sense. They were going on a good streak of having really good original tier 100 skins, and they decided to throw Optimus Prime in here. Kind of ruined it for me. So overall, I give Optimus Prime a 3 out of 10 because he doesn't look like completely unusable, but he looks pretty bad. However, the super styles for this season, specifically the rainbow ones and the last ones, oh my gosh, those look so cool. They did a good job, honestly, on the super styles this season. So just saying, I did not like the ones from last season. So that honestly made the grind a little bit more worth it, because I got to tier 200 in like a month and a half, which is, I mean, a little bit fast even for me. Overall, the Battle Pass was definitely good, but it had a lot of stuff that was kind of mid or just straight up bad. So I'm going to give this Battle Pass a 7 out of 10. Good, but not like great. Nothing that stands out for sure. But yeah, now I'm going to go ahead and talk about the map. All right, so the map for this season is a sort of weird subject because at first I thought it was great. Like, don't get me wrong, I definitely prefer the old school Fortnite style of like, you know, plain, simple graphics and stuff instead of like super high definition, crazy detailed stuff, which I'll get into later about how that's a little bit cluttered. But honestly, I was kind of blown away at first because they changed a lot of the map. I was not expecting them to do nothing with a jungle theme, but they made the ground freaking collapse and everything. It was kind of cool, honestly. And the jungle biome, it's got some good POIs. I really like Shady Stilts, right? That compound place is kind of cool, but it's kind of populated, so I don't really land there that much. And then Rumble Ruins is pretty cool because it's so big. Definitely my least favorite of the three, but still really, really cool and fits the theme a lot. But the rest of the jungle is just huge. Like, you have those little temple vault thingies and stuff, and I mean, it blew me away, really, how much they decided to do. However, it's really hard to fight in. Like, I'm going to be honest, the jungle is hard to fight in because, A, it is really cool that it's kind of in that divot, but people will stand on top and just beam you, or they'll take the zip lines up while they're running away from you, turn around and just beam you, and especially if you're playing zero build, there's like nothing you can do. Which, I mean, I think the biome's cool and I like exploring it and stuff, and there's a lot of places to land there, but it's kind of hard to fight in, especially because of, you got all the mud and all the trees and vines and things everywhere. And I think this is how they intended it, but it's kind of hard to see. And so I personally am someone who already thinks it's too hard to see anything in the game, playing on next gen with all those shadows and stuff with the updated graphics for Chapter 4. I think it's way too hard to see anything already. But then you have the factor that, like, you have to basically have thermal vision. That's like what all the augments were based around, was you have to have thermal vision to be able to do anything, which I think sucks. So honestly, they could have definitely done a better job cleaning it up a little bit. But overall, I think it's pretty cool. I'm also going to give the map a 7 out of 10 because they changed it a lot, and I'm happy about that. I did kind of like Anvil Square. That was like one of the only spots I liked on the map. But I'm happy to see change. They didn't really do anything with the map throughout the rest of the season, though, which is kind of lame. But overall, it was pretty good. 7 out of 10, once again, it was good, but, like, I'm not going to remember, Chapter 4 Season 3 had that amazing map. Like, nah, it's going to kind of fade in with the rest of the, hyper realistic stuff they've been doing that I don't like. Definitely better than what they delivered at the start of the chapter. It's just sort of complicated to fight it in, and I like playing games where I can kind of just be brain dead and go run around and kill people and have fun without having to like I'm having to lean into my monitor looking so intently, like I'm trying to find who in the world to ask. Like, I cannot stand when I have to, like, survey my surroundings like a real sniper in Fortnite Battle Royale, the game made for 9-year-olds. So, yeah, overall, the biome was good, but it's just hard to fight in. Now, finally, for the last thing I'm going to be majorly discussing in this video, we're going to be talking about the loophole. Now, you might be saying, Caden, you haven't given anything a crazy bad rating yet. Why do you think this season is so bad? Mainly because of the loophole. Now, just to sort of kick it off, this season feels like worse than ever. The game doesn't work. I know at the beginning of Chapter 4 and the introduction of Unreal Engine 5, nothing has worked. Builds, you can just jump through builds, shoot through builds, run through builds. Buildings don't work anymore. You can be behind cover and someone can shoot you just right through the cover. The game doesn't work anymore. But this season, it feels terrible because we are in what I like to call a bot meta, aka a spray meta, where 5-year-olds playing on their dad's tablet can drool on the screen and their spit glands can press the screen and their flapjack rifle can look at you with 50 rounds and go and the aimbot will lock on and you will die. I gotta say, terrible loophole this season. So I'm gonna go ahead and go over what I like the most and then get into the bad stuff. So the things that I do like is the repeater rifle. It's a really fun gun. It used to be overpowered when they first added it, but now that they've nerfed it, it's definitely not that overpowered anymore. I wouldn't mind them keeping it in because it's just a really simple gun to use, really fun, just to get some easy damage off, and it's not too OP anymore. So I like this gun. And then we got the Mammoth. The Mammoth pistol is it's like a mix between the Deagle and the Flintlock. You get one shot, but man, if you can hit that shot, I'm pretty sure the Gold One deal is like 99. Like 197 headshot or something crazy like that. Like, it puts in work. It does work. So if you're like my friend Foster, who always runs that in a shotgun, he'll shotgun him in the head and then hit him with that, or he'll hit him with that at range and then shotgun him in the head, and it's like unstoppable combo. So really good gun, really fun gun. I want to get good with this one, so I hope they keep it in the game. Another gun I really like is the MK Alpha. Because I'm so bad at recoil control, I really like that this one has less recoil in it. They slow down the fire rate, up the damage a little bit, which makes it really fun in my opinion. I really like the MK Alpha. I hope it stays in. In my opinion, I like it more than the MK because I can't control the MK, but I can control this one. Yeah, definitely better than the Red Eye that they had before, and in my opinion, I like it more than the old MK. And that now concludes the good parts of the season. Now we're going to get into the spray. Flapjack rifle, so much recoil. As someone who can't even control the recoil of the tactical pistol, that's how bad at recoil control I am. This gun I can't even use, but some people are so good with this thing, they'll just spray me from miles away with 50 rounds, and it will just wreck me. It will just wreck me. It's so annoying. And Then we got the drum shotgun. Okay, I liked the drum shotgun last time it was in the game. And I liked it up until the first day of this season when people used it against me and I was like, oh, okay, this is kind of overpowered. I feel like in my hands it does absolutely nothing, but in the hands of an opponent it is crazy. I really do like the mythic one. I think the mythic one is not overpowered, but it's very strong, very unique gun too with that ton of range and that fast fire rate. I love it, but I'm glad it's not on the floor because it's powerful and all the other drum shotguns are already really annoying. And then you mix that with the combat SMG, the most overpowered SMG in the game. Oh my goodness, bro. I cannot do nothing this season, especially because they didn't add mobility until like a couple weeks ago with the grapple glove. Dude, you could not do anything. You were just getting sprayed from all angles, especially in zero build. If you got a flapjack or whatever and you sat up on a mountain, everyone was dead. And then Fortnite showed us how lazy they can be with the sharp tooth shotgun. Hey, let's take the fan favorite gun in the game, use the exact same sound, the exact same model, the exact same everything, and basically make a weak version of the thunder shotgun. Except we're just going to completely reskin it, call it the sharp tooth, and you're not going to be able to tell the difference between that and a normal pump. Why? We could have changed the color, added like a sight onto it or something to designate it. Nope. We're going to take the exact same model because we don't care enough to give you an actual new skin for your gun so you can tell the difference, so it's not the exact same model copy and pasted. By the way, we have tens of billions of dollars in our company. And then there's just the fact that they had so many shotguns in the loot pool. I like that they kept the Havoc, but then they added the Sharp Tooth and the Lever. Happy that Maven's gone. Thank gosh, I think it was terrible. But yeah, they don't need all those shotguns. They just need like 2 or 3 that are like actually good instead of the garbage that we got. Now, I gotta say, I am kind of sad about the snipers. I mean, I don't mind snipers being out of the game, but like, just replace it with something more fun. Like, you know, the repeater rifle is kind of like a replacement of the sniper. They could have done that. Instead, they replaced it with the thermal DMR, which is terrible. So yeah, that's not good. And guys, we have the kinetic hammer, the kinetic blade. What other absolutely amazing item could they add with the kinetic ore this season? The boomerang. You got it. It's a boomerang you throw at people that doesn't really do anything. Yay, let's go. So overall, loot pool was terrible. One of the main reasons I didn't play the game because people just spray you no matter what you do. And the shotguns don't feel like they do anything unless you have a drum shotgun, which in that case, now you're just a part of the spray meta, but you kind of have to be. So yeah, terrible loot pool this season. I gave the loot pool a 2 out of 10. Now going along with the loot pool, I just gotta say, like, this season, I mean, I went and played Rainbow Six Siege, and like, if I'm playing Rainbow Six Siege, then clearly there's like something mentally wrong with my brain. Because if I'd rather play Siege than Fortnite, that's crazy. I stopped really playing pubs more than a couple times a week after maybe 3 weeks into the season, and I decided to just grind creative because it was not fun. Keep in mind, last season I had 21 crown wins, which was my highest ever. I think I had somewhere between like 30 and 40 wins. This season, I don't know that I even have 10 wins because I have been playing creative. And one of the reasons I stopped playing was because creative got so repetitive and boring. I just didn't want to keep doing the same thing over and over and over again. I get on, I 1v1 my friend, and he's super good, so it's super hard. And it warms me up well, but then we go play box fights, and we dominate everyone in box fights because we're better than them. And then we go try pubs, but pubs is not fun, and we die for a dumb reason. Or I get nervous and die because I don't want to lose because we might actually have a good game going for us for once in a lifetime. And so we switch to Go-Goated. We play Go-Goated for like an hour, get bored of that. And now what is there to do? Because there's no fun without there being fun pubs in the game. That's one of the reasons I like last season so much, is because even though I don't like the style of Chapter 4, and even though the gameplay was clunky, all of the guns and map changes felt super good, and it was really fun. So yeah, on a serious note, this is the season that for the first time in about a year has pushed me away from the game. I just gotta say, they did not do a very good job with this season. And I've seen all the teasers for next season. Like, I don't even care about leaks anymore. I hope that, you know, with the return of things like the drum gun, it's not a bunch of overpowered, spammy bullcrap. I want this game to be fun. I want this game to be solid. I want to come back, okay? But I'm not going to spend money on the battle pass. I've already spent crazy amounts of money on this video game. I'm not trying to spend more money if there's no reason for me to do that, because I'm just going to grind again and then quit after I grind like I did this season. So yeah, I hope that next season gets better. I've started raging more this season when I just hadn't been doing that. I had been keeping my calm so well. And that's one of the reasons I quit playing, was because the game was making me so mad. It wasn't even worth playing. So overall, I am going to give this season a 3 out of 10. Really, really bad rating. Not because I didn't play this season much, but because, man, I did not enjoy pubs at all, and creative got boring. The game doesn't work, and just overall, if a game is making me so mad, I'm like yelling at it and stuff, that's not worth it. Because what are video games about? To me, it's not about trying super hard and getting a ton of wins. That's what it used to be about to me. But then I got so good at the game that like I could basically beat almost anybody, me and my duo. And so now I don't really care about being the best. I'm still cracked at Fortnite, don't get me wrong, but I just want a game that after a long day of school, I can come home, put my backpack down, get on the game, and just have fun. Laugh with my friends for a couple of hours and get a couple cool clips and maybe win a game or two. And it's just too hard when, you know, I'm just dying to players constantly that are not as good as me because the game doesn't work, or because they have an overpowered item that they can just spam me with or blow me up with. So yeah, I am going to give this season a 3 out of 10. If it's going to be that bad, I can't give it a high rating. Overall, this season getting a 3 out of 10. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'm going to try to keep my videos more energetic and like my personality in the future. So if you guys want to see more stuff like this that's a little bit less monotone, make sure to subscribe. We are pretty close to hitting 1,000, which would be really, really cool, and would actually start to give me a little bit more, you know, motivation to be doing YouTube, because I haven't had a lot to post saying I haven't been playing Fortnite. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. God bless you guys, and I'll see you in the next one, hopefully. Peace out.